Very good morning, everybody. Atma Namaste. So let us have our day 11 of Patcham's Essential Self-Love Protocol on Mo- So today we are touching on a very important, every class is important, and today we're touching on something a lot of people struggle with, that is self-confidence. Okay, so the progression is like this. Okay, one moment. Preparing the audio notes also. All right. So today, let us touch base on the very primary or vital content that most of us struggle with, that is self confidence. So the progression is as such. We started with understanding of self value. From self value, we moved to self worth. From self worth, it is self respect. Now, from self respect, we are moving into self confidence. Okay, so the progression is very clear. Okay, when you have values that create your worth, when your worth is clear, okay, that gives you respect. When respect is intact, that gives you confidence. So it's a very beautiful progression that we are traveling. Now, the biggest challenge most of us have in our journey is that we are lacking confidence. Now, if we truly see how many of us are having the ownership of themselves, how many of you own yourself? How many of you have felt the belongingness that you have to yourself? How many of you have belongingness with yourself or ownership on your own self? How many of you own yourself or feel belong to yourself? Or 1% feels own feel ownership or belongingness? Wonderful. So when you have the ownership on yourself, when you feel belong, there is synergy. The synergy says, as I'm belonged here and I'm owned here or I own this, there is a vibrational ascension or you go up a little and resonance is created that personifies as confidence. How many of you own your mobile phone? How many of you say this is my phone with confidence? Or will you say, I think this is my phone, or this could be my phone, or I wish this could be my phone. Maybe I don't know what if I use this I could be my phone. Do you do that with your phone? With your mobile? No, right? You own your mobile phone at least. If not yourself, you will own your phone. You don't have confidence in yourself, but you have confidence in your phones. Right. So, how did you get confidence, or how were you confident that this is your phone? You know it is yours. Hence the confidence. So, confidence has come from ownership. Now, tracing back, if you're building confidence, or if you want to build confidence, how much of ownership carry for yourself, your values, your worth, and your respect? If you carry good amount of confidence and ownership in your work, in your worth, in your values, your confidence naturally happens. Okay. Example, the clothes that you wear. You say these are my clothes with confidence. Maybe you might not really be proud of your clothes, or maybe you're proud of your clothes, but that confidence is shown. Okay, whose are they? Who owns them? It's mine. You tell with confidence. That comes like a pro. When you can be confident with your clothes or food, why can't that translate into your presence? Why can't confidence reflect in every aspect of your life? In a professional space, in every aspect of your life where you feel I lose or I don't have confidence, I lack confidence, where exactly things are going wrong or things are misaligned. Did you put some attention onto this to understand why am I lacking confidence? Comparison. Yes. Comparison is something that kills confidence. When you compare yourself with some other person, or when you compare yourself with anything, then if you feel you are less than the compared object, that creates dip in your confidence. Isn't it? Isn't it? Did you notice? Your confidence drops when you start to compare. Yes. So when you love yourself, or when you say you are in love with yourself, what else you need, or what do you think you need more than what you already have, that gives you the sense of belongingness and ownership to yourself, that gives you confidence, and you don't compare yourself with anything or anyone. This is an assignment also for you. Self doubt comes when you don't have confidence, or self doubt will create a dip in your confidence, or lack of confidence in yourself will create self doubt. Now, again, what factors that you carry in yourself that would not create ownership in yourself, which is leading to dip in your confidence? Self doubt is one thing, but apart from doubt, doubt is a very abstract word. You have to dissect to see within yourself what elements I do carry that is leading to the comparison, and that comparison is leading me to believe that I am not good enough, or I'm not worthy, or I'm not deserving, or I'm not accepted, or all that is dipping your confidence. This is your assignment. I want you all to just think on it. Because self confidence only arises, or self confidence will only be developed when you eliminate everything else that is disempowering you. For that, you need a total awareness. Or else, what is the reason that you don't own yourself? What are the reasons that you have that is not allowing you to own yourself, own your values, own your worth? Because you don't own, you don't have authority. When you don't have authority, you don't have the power. When you don't have the power, you don't feel the confidence, isn't it? But do you need everything that you think you need, or that you said, okay, unless I have this, I can't be confident? Are these factors really worthy to be held responsible for you losing confidence? Very, very important question to ponder. For self confidence will lead to self expression. Okay, and self esteem. If self confidence itself is not in place, the esteem and expression are distorted, and that affects your self care. And all of it, all of the self love is completely gone for a toss, because values, worth, and respect are the foundations, or stand on a basic plane. But confidence is where you show the ownership of your values. If you don't have the ownership of your values, you always feel inferior, isn't it? You might not really be a great performer. It could be lack of skill, or it could be lack of practice of your skill, or it could be lack of knowing of your capability. Sometimes you have skill and you practice, but you don't believe in your capability to perform. It could be anything. It's your work, in your day-to-day life, okay, in daily errands. What affects a person so much is not knowing where is the gap. Some people know less, but they talk with a lot of confidence. Some people know so much, but they have got no confidence. Have you seen some people in our family where they speak absolute incorrect statements with a lot of confidence that you start to question yourself? You question your facts with someone's opinions. Their opinions are so strong that your facts are shaken. When I say fact, that is truth. All your truths are shaken just because one person questions with a lot of confidence. Some people will say lies with so much confidence that, okay, you start believing their lies and you forget your truth. Right now, what is creating the confidence in them and what is not? You have the truth, you have knowledge, you got the subject, but still you are not confident. Why? Where exactly is the depth? Okay, fear of judgment. But when a person is telling lie, don't he know that even he'll be judged? Right? అబద్ధం చెప్పేవాడికి ఇంకా ఎక్కువ భయం ఉంటుంది నిజం చెప్పేవాడి కన్నా. Right? They don't care. We care too much. So when a person is confident, that means they don't care. about judgment. They don't care about opinions. They don't care about the consequences. Their confidence comes from the truth they believe, or they choose to believe. Yes, but they talk so confidently. Yes, when they talk so confidently, you start to question yourself. When you know the truth, when you have the truth, you question yourself. And when a person has got a lot of falsehood, they're confident and they don't even think of who cares. Even if someone says you're wrong, okay, I'll see. They think they're not correct. Self righteousness, they are always correct.
And sometimes they start arguing with us if we say any small thing also. For this arguing only, I don't argue so much. So
Hmm.
I go off from there. I know
That
they
is
are
wise.
talking wrong, but yes, that is very true. And especially in our relatives, so many people will be there in any gatherings. One or two persons will be there. So we know them, then we don't go near to them only. Just say hi, hello, and come back. That's it.
Yes, correct. Now we have to see and learn something important. When you don't care about judgment or opinions or criticism, your confidence will naturally be. And also, the dark side of confidence is only coming from the space of you wanting to be always right. If you believe there is the slightest possibility that you could be wrong, your confidence is gone. Have you noticed it? That's where the doubt comes in, right? What if I could be wrong? What if I cannot do well than other person? So what? Let me do my thing. I could be wrong. I could not be doing well. Whatever you know, when you start owning it up and bring your confidence up and build your confidence around it, that where the magic begins. Confidence is not external, confidence is internal. If you're confident, how you speak, how you stand, how you walk, changes. And that is absolutely visible. When I'm confident, I know what I say is right. And I don't care about your opinions. I don't care how would person from the west or east feel when I say sun is rising in the east. Right? That is truth. That is fact. Yes, that's not absolute truth. Why? Because sun is not rising or setting. Earth is rotating. So rotation of Earth is making us feel sun is rising or setting. You see, sun is going up and down like this, but it is rotating like this. It's not rotating like this, no. It is rotating like this, but sun is setting up and down. This is the paradox. So when I know that Earth is rotating, and I know the truth, sun is constant, Earth is rotating, but we say sun is going up and down. Now, the confidence actually rise. This is very, very important. Ask yourself, am I owning up my truth the way I should be owning up? If you're not owning up your truth, ask yourself what exactly is stopping you from owning it. What is stopping you? Next question, who is stopping? Who is stopping you from being confident? Who is stopping you from being confident? Exactly. You. Exactly. So exactly. We stop ourselves. We and our stories we carry will stop us. Now ask yourself each and every story, how much of it is relevant now? Why? Because your story could be relevant 5 years ago. Your story could be relevant when you have started, that you have traveled sometime with your work now. So you should be better. For example, a person who just learned healing might have the confidence issue that okay, how will I be able to do it? They have the performance pressure. But you are a healer for 2 or 3 years and you still have the same question. That means how much have you progressed? How much have you owned? Either you have done nothing from last 2 years with the fear of judgment that you feel like day one. Though you have learned healing 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but if you have not done enough work, definitely you feel like pressure only, no? So you always have this confidence issue. So start doing things. Start owning up. The more you own, the better you get the confidence. More confidence you have. Your confidence is a reflection of who you are, what you own, where you belong. So if you say you are not confident in certain things, that means you don't belong it, or whatever you own is not owned properly. You don't have the ownership on your own self. If you do not carry the ownership, what happens? You feel less or not belong. When you don't feel belong, what happens? You lose a sense of self. You feel confused. You started out. You start a question, and you fall in an endless loop. So you know how to do ABC. Just do it multiple number of times. That you start owning that ABC. Okay, I can do ABC at any point of time. Might be my ABC is not as good as your ABC, but my ABC is wonderful for me. This is where the true or total ownership comes. So true ownership comes only when you are absolutely unapologetically accepting yourself. Whatever you have learned, own it. Start doing this, and you see your confidence is boosted. Now, whenever you have some fear or doubt that it's affecting your confidence, release that. Sit with that emotion. Sit with the fear. Feel the fear for some time. Exhale the emotions that are hard. Exhale it out. Push it out till that feels lighter. And just do it no matter what. Do it even if you're confident that you'll fail. We are confident that we fail, right? We are confident that we don't do things right. We cannot do it right. So when you're confident that things cannot happen, why can't you be confident that things can happen? So you do have confidence on the darker side, on the negative side, not on the positive side. Isn't it? Most of us are very confident that they will not be able to do it. And that is manifesting. When you're confident that you will fail, and that manifested, if you build confidence that you will win, that will also manifest. But you have to do it sufficiently enough. Again, if you want to do good and do whatever you do with a sense of involvement and presence, then whatever you do is good. You don't need appreciation, you don't need acknowledgement, you don't need anything external. Because as you do, you feel so good in life. That is sufficient for you, isn't it? Most of the times, because we don't do it, that creates a disconnect. Just because you don't own yourself. Start owning yourself and see how magic unfolds. Start owning whatever you have learned. Start accepting whatever you know is good, is right or sufficient enough. When you understand whatever you have learned or whatever you have owned is sufficient enough, that creates this confidence. That itself creates confidence, not anything else. All right, understood? Any questions or doubts? I can see a lot of silence. ఏమీ అర్థం కాకపోయినా బాగా అర్థమైనా ఇలానే ఉంటుంది. ఇది అర్థమైన తర్వాత వచ్చినటువంటి సైలెన్స్, అర్థం కాక వచ్చినటువంటి సైలెన్స్ వాళ్ళు.
రెండును.
రెండును. Churning. Yeah. So I want you all to sit with this. Okay, understand that the confidence that you need or want is within you. You need no validation or approval. Yes, it feels good that you get validated, you get approved, you get that social cues that says you are good enough. Yes, no, you get the sense of no, or if you're appreciated, you feel that okay. The sense of appreciation gives you that belongingness or that ownership will be developed over a period of time. But if you're looking for that to start, you'll not be able to reach anywhere. First, for you to build confidence, be okay to fail. Be okay to be wrong. Be okay to be judged. When you're okay to be, when you're okay presenting yourself wherever or however you are, that's where the confidence kicks in. Yes, it is definite that you might not really feel comfortable. You might feel nervous. You might feel a lot of discomfort in doing this for the first time, or maybe first couple of times or few times. But when you start doing it, eventually that is gone. You will realize that it is not affecting you anymore. For that, you have to just get started. We all wait for the great start. Brahma January 1st అనుకుంటాం. Right? We all wait for that rounded numbers. I'll start at 5 p.m. only. It is 5 and okay, gone. I'll start at 6 o'clock. It became 6:03, gone. 7 o'clock. Right? We all wait for the right moment. Rounded numbers, round figures. Okay, alignment, angel numbers. If you want to start immediately. Start with less resources. Start with less means. Start with less accuracy. It's okay. You build accuracy over a period of time. When you say I'll only master when I'll only start when I master, then will you master without doing? How will you become master at anything without doing? And if you compare yourself with a master, definitely you will not be good enough, right? So you don't compare with anybody, not even yourself. Maybe you can have an assessment periodically to see where you were and where you are. But if you start comparing yourself with your past, with your future, this present goes nowhere. Because future happens only when your present is correct. And present is the product of your past. So do mistakes, be okay to be judged, be okay to be wrong. Okay, though the discomfort kicks in, work with the discomfort, sit with discomfort, beat it out, feel it, and then slowly let yourself get get the feeling tone of success. You have started and you have finished. That is success. That's it. Your success is not the outcome of your action. Success is action itself. You have decided to do something and you did it. That's it. This morning Nidhi ma'am called. did the wake up call, and 7 members joined. That's not a failure. She did her job. That's it. She would not have done a better job when 10 people or 20 people joined in. She did her job. Outcome is not hers or ours. Outcome depends on the entitlement of the person in the receiving end. But you did your part. That's it. Now, Nidhi ma'am called and 8 members joined, including me. She put me a message. Sir, you also can call. What if I called and 2 more people joined? Nidhi ma'am will start to feel. Just because I called people didn't join, because her called 2 people more joined. Her confidence dips. I let it okay. Only 8 people are meant to listen to this. Right? The objective is when you are aligned, you only get inspired aligned actions to you or around you. When you're not aligned, you only attract those even those circumstances that will lower your vibration. So it is very important that you notice what is your operational frequency, where are you operating from, so that you have got more power and more strength. You are acting out of empowerment, not out of fear or doubt. You do your task, you do your job, and leave it. Let the consequences emerge. Maybe consequences could be favorable or unfavorable or not as expected or more than expected. Even if it is expected, less than that, more than that, immaterial. You did your job and leave it. That's how you start building confidence, isn't it? Understood? You started a task, you finished it. That is success. Outcome is a consequence. Don't focus on the consequence. If your consequences are guiding your path, if your consequences are motivation, or adding to the motivation, that means you have started from a wrong space. Consequences are not your thing to worry. With how much conviction that you have started your task and finished it off, and how much consistently you're doing things, that gives you confidence, not the outcome. The more you focus on the outcome, the less confidence you are when the outcome is not favorable, isn't it? Yes, no, maybe. Nidhi ma'am, did butter come out of your chutney now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was just thinking, like, let's say if you're saying you should not judge yourself by outcomes, but then how would you improve yourself? In general, I'm saying.
Yeah. See, basically, outcomes have multiple tangents. Okay. So when judgment is coming up, when you do your task, when you're aligned, you get good at things that you're doing. If you're doing with awareness, if you don't do with awareness, you do it blindfolded, you keep doing the same mistake again and again. But if you do with awareness, then the analysis comes in. Okay, what went in, what gave the outcome? Your outcome should not be the reason for you to do it. But having your awareness will ensure that you are aligned. Because if you add 2 plus 2, if it is getting you 5, then yes, you did the job of adding 2 plus 2, right? But if it is 5 as an answer, then you have to ask, okay, you're not doing it for 5 or 4. You're doing it because 2 plus 2 is a task that is given to you to do it. Just do your task. And outcome is aligned, wonderful. If it's not aligned, do the analysis to see where exactly things were not aligned. Right?
Okay, 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 got it.
Yes. So your motivation is not coming from a space of the outcome. Your motivation is coming from the conviction to do the task, commitment to do the task. That's where your confidence comes in, because you are starting from very intelligent space. I'm doing it because I love doing it, or I'm doing it. That's it. So when you know that you have to do things, no matter how the outcome is, your confidence is naturally high. You're focusing on the task, not the outcome. But usually now we start with the understanding, or we start with the outcome expectation before we start. If you don't feel outcome is favorable, your confidence wobbles. But I would say do it. Then let the consequences come, emerge. And when you do things with confidence, now somehow it looks good. Like truth can be shaken by confident falsehood, right? When you're not confident with your truth, now someone's lies will affect you. Are they not successful? Even with lies? And what happened to your truths? Your entire ground has been shaken now because someone is confident than you, isn't it?
So basically, you should enjoy the process. That's all.
Exactly. Just do it because you love doing it, because you enjoy doing it, or because you're committed. Sometimes there's no enjoyment in certain things. You do it because you're supposed to do. That's it. Don't bring your mood or don't bring your emotions into your task that you're supposed to do. Just do it. Sometimes do it like a chore. Just do it.
Okay.
When you sometimes what happens is when you bring your mood or emotions into things, now you will be again wobbling. I don't have the
Hmm.
mood. I'm not feeling good. Why should your feeling and mood affect your chores, affect your day-to-day life, affect your performance? You are committed to do something, feel or live to your commitment. That's it. How many of us are enjoying waking up at 4:30 in the morning, sitting up for these classes? How many of you are sitting because you have to sit? That's it. You're committed to these classes, you're sitting, that's it.
I am committed. That's why I'm sitting here.
Exactly. I'm committed for this class, I'm sitting here. Enjoyment comes after I started the class, not before I started the class.
Okay, 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 okay. Got it.
Nobody enjoys the grind before the grind comes in. You're committed to
Hmm.
the process. Once you got into the process, enjoyment comes in. But if you
Thank
say,
you so
oh,
much.
joyful mood se main naach ke start karta hu, nobody does that. Only few people will do it. Maybe in the movies. మ్యూట్ లో మాట్లాడుతున్నారండి.
మ్యూట్ లో మాట్లాడుతున్నారు.
Got it, sir. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Get some knowledge, and also I'm getting outcome through
నేను
my
వస్తాను
past
సార్
instances.
నేను వస్తాను సార్
Exactly, Pawan. Very good. You're joining daily. Yes, Pawan, that is correct.
నేను
Ha,
వస్తాను
Pawan, ఇక చెప్పండి.
నేను వస్తాను సార్ నేను వస్తాను సార్
రండి.
నేను మాస్టర్ మిస్ అయిపోయి మరి రావాలి ఎలాగైనా
రండి. Right. Perfect. So,
నమస్తే ఆత్మ నమస్తే సార్ థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్
right. So, this is where you are building yourself by staying up your commitment. That's where your confidence comes in. Your confidence, when it is heavily dependent on the outcome, you are always underconfident because outcome is never good enough or sufficient enough. When you're committed to your action, when you're committed to your commitment, and you do it for the sake of commitment, and slowly you align and you're aware, then comes the enjoyment part. Then things will go good. That becomes because you do things with this commitment now, then naturally confidence kicks in. Practically, people who are confident are the ones who have done things repeatedly and they know it. Right? Everything that you know, because you're consistent, you got the confidence in whatever you know. Even if you know you can't do, you're consistent in not doing, hence you know you cannot do, right? So your consistency created the confidence. You're showing up to certain things. regularly, repeatedly. That gave you the confidence. Nothing otherwise. So knowing this is very, very important. That your confidence is acquired. Okay, your confidence is built. Yes, there are some people who are born with that. That's people with silver spoons and golden cradles. There are some people, some percentage, micro percentage. But most of the people who are very, very confident are the ones who have built it over a period of time. And if somebody could build it, why can't you build it? When you could compare this now. Compare on how could that person be confident? How can I be more confident? If you say I cannot be confident by looking at other person, you can also say I can be confident because you looked at other person. No?
Healthy comparison.
Healthy comparison. Okay, comparison is not good. But when you are comparing already, compare in right spirit. Compare constructively. That gives you the productive outcome, not make you feel judged and criticize yourself and you lower yourself. Actually, we compare only to not do things. వాడు నాకని బెటర్ వాడికని ఏం చేస్తాలే జస్ట్ బికాస్ యూ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు డూ థింగ్స్ okay you compare and say I cannot be better than this person so let me not do it. That's the darker side. Most of us do it unknowingly. Some people will do it knowingly also. They just find an excuse not to do it. Okay, they say okay, what should I do, why should I do, however I'm not going to be better, why should I be even doing it?
Most of us, I think, in our Sacham, there will be only healthy comparison only. Otherwise,
Good to
we
hear that.
couldn't be here. అంతే
Yes.
లేకపోతే we couldn't be here కదా.
Yeah.
We are something different from others. That's why only we are thinking and we are sitting here.
Also,
Limitedly.
see, if Sachim is my extension, that means you are extension of me. So everybody has got one quality that I have. Okay, that is how it works. So confidence comes only through consistent effort and owning it up. So when your focus is less on the outcome, more on the action, committed action, you will have the magic unfolding. All right. Any questions or doubts? Learn something new and interesting. How many of you are feeling more confident now?
Yes.
How many of you felt a little boost in your confidence? Because when you do what you're actually doing or when you consistently do now, you don't need anybody else to validate because you know what you do. You're doing it regularly now. How much of you felt it is relief that you don't have to perform to be confident? అమ్మయ్యా నా పనే నేను చేసుకుంటూ వచ్చి చాలు కదా. Right? That's it. You don't need any mastery in that. Just do it consistently, then mastery will naturally come. Mastery cannot happen without consistent effort. And that should be done with awareness. If you consistently do a mistake repeatedly, you will not master. Okay, you will master at doing mistakes. Right? So you have to do with awareness. You have to have this healthy analysis. Just go back, check feedbacks, go with the feedbacks. Blindly doing things again and again, over and over, is not even healthy. Again, when you say consistent,
5:55.
555 golden words at this moment. 5:55 a.m.
5:55 on 26/2/2026, 26/02/2026.
Wow, wonderful day. Right? So just understand how powerful the time and timing is. So this is very, very important that you notice how are you, how consistency is building up. Are you doing with awareness? Are you analyzing? Are you getting a feedback on things that you do regularly? That's when your confidence will start to boost. Else, no boost in confidence. Okay, that's all for today. Hello everyone, Atma Namaste. I'll see you all tomorrow. And
Atma
yes,
Namaste.
I'm starting to Hyderabad today. Excited to be back in Hyderabad. Yes, Pawan.
ఒక 5 minutes మాట్లాడడానికి అయిందా పర్సనల్గా?
Personal gana? Yeah. I'll call you once I get into the bus. నేను రెడీ అవ్వాలి. బస్ ఎక్క ఫోన్ చేస్తాను.
ఓకే షూర్ అండి. ఓకే
Yeah.
ఎక్కడి నుంచి సార్ బయలుదేరేది?
బెజవాడ.
బెజవాడ.
Okay. చలో all, thank you so much. Atma Namaste. Stay blessed.
నమస్తే
Yes.
ఎవరు
Thank you so much.
పద్మజ ఉన్నారు అక్కడ, పద్మజ దగ్గర.
పద్మజ వాళ్ళ అమ్మ దగ్గర.
ఓ చూసా ఎంత బాగా గెస్ట్ చేశాను నేను. వెరీ గుడ్.
Yes.
ఆహా. మై గెస్సింగ్ లెవెల్స్ ఆర్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ యార్.
Super.
Confidence is boosting.
Confidence is Horlicks. Why only boost? Confidence is comp planning.
Copying also.
Yeah, confidence is copying.
Copying.
Copying. Confidence is teeing. Confidence is comp planning. All right. Okay, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow. Atma Namaste. Stay blessed.
Namaste everyone. Bye.
Bye.